Okay, it's the Cowboys now on the clock. All right, the Seahawks are now on the clock. Okay, it's the Patriots on the clock now. The Rams on the clock now. All right, the Ravens are now on the clock. All right, it's the Steelers now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock. Okay, here we go. The Bengals now on the clock. And now we turn to the Bengals. It's their selection. Okay, here we go. The Jets now on the clock. The Buccaneers are on the clock now. Okay, here we go. The 49ers now on the clock. The Chiefs are up now. Let's see what direction they go. Okay, here we go. The Raiders now on the clock. Now the Packers are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? It's the Lions now on the clock. Okay, it's the Bills now on the clock. Okay, the Browns on the clock now. Okay, the Panthers on the clock now. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. All right, now on the clock, the Chargers. On the clock now, it's the Dolphins, and time is ticking. On the clock now, it's the Broncos, and time is ticking. It's the Saints now on the clock. Okay, here we go. The Cardinals now on the clock. Okay, it's the Titans now on the clock. And now we turn to the WFT. It's their selection. It's the Cowboys now on the clock. On the clock now, it's the Seahawks, and time is ticking. All right, next up, the Patriots are on the clock. All right, now on the clock, the Rams. On the clock now, the Ravens. Okay, the Steelers on the clock now. On the clock now, the Jaguars. All right, it's the Eagles now on the clock. The Bengals are on the clock now. The Jets now on the clock. Okay, it's the Bucks now on the clock. The 49ers now on the clock. Okay, the Chiefs are on the clock now. All right, the Packers are now on the clock. All right, on the clock now, the Lions. The Bills on the clock now. What direction will they go? The Panthers now on the clock. The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on. Okay, the Texans up now. They're on the clock. Okay, here we go. The Vikings on the clock now. And the Chargers now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? The Broncos are on the clock now. Okay, it's the Saints now on the clock. The Cardinals on the clock now. What direction will they go? The Bears are up now. Let's see what direction they go. All right, next up, the football team on the clock. The Cowboys now on the clock. Okay, next up, it's the Seahawks on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. And the Rams now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? The Steelers are now on the clock. Okay, the Jaguars are now on the clock. The Bengals now on the clock. Let's see what they do. And now we turn to the Jets. It's their selection. All right, next up, the Bucks are on the clock. All right, it's now the 49ers' turn. They're up. And the Giants now on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? All right, now it's the Raiders' turn. They're up. Okay, next up, it's the Packers on the clock. All right, on the clock now, the Bills. All right, it's the Browns now on the clock. Now we turn to the Panthers. They're on the clock.